Cr.fan te convertiste en furro y empezaste a bailar OE.
Ah, esa cosa otra vez. Este personaje yo lo quiero.
General!
Es como Yone de acá. Digo Legend.
Follow the Qinglong to war!
Wow. Sí, tengo.
Stay sure. Tell truth from facade. But now!
Wow.
Fear no more. Tell truth from facade. Unstoppable. Retreat to advance. Tell truth from facade. Bide the time. Tell truth from facade. Fear no more. Unstoppable. Don't you worry. Time to fight back.
Are you all right?
Estuve en una visión.
Oh, I was worried. You just stood there and gazed into the distance. You're unresponsive when I tried talking to you. Rover?
¿Qué está pasando ahora?
According to Baja, the leaf showed residual fluctuations of tacit discords.
Oh.
Those fluctuations pointed to a certain set of coordinates.
And that is... Teacher Village in the Central Plains. This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need a constant...
Se puso oscuro esto. ¿Cómo es eso?
Leave it to me. One with the sounds.
Me he equivocado.
I will be there for everyone
Me
as we
convertí en
head
una
toward our
tortuga.
shared future.
No se puede cambiar los personajes durante combate a rayos.
Leave it to me.
Hora de sacar al otro.
Swift and resolute.
Let me be your blade.
Embracing change.
No.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds. No hesitation.
Let me be your blade. Beware.
Swift and resolute. The end has come.
Let me be your blade.
Leave it to me.
Swift and resolute.
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute.
Huh?
Gatito.
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent so much time on it.
Tienen ahora el de las cartas. Este es Scar. Se la llevó. Este es Scar.
If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar.
Sí, este es el loco.
Cruel and twisted maniac.
Los estaba escuchando.
We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment.
¿Qué quieres?
Don't worry, I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories.
Oh, ¿cómo lo supo? ¿Cómo supo que perdimos nuestra memoria?
So, it's true. That makes sense, given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors.
Nos siguió, creo.
So you noticed. Oh, I am flattered. No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers. But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only one who came forward to meet you with absolute honesty.
Hay más espectador. ¿No será la magistrada una espectadora también?
Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces have been fighting for possession over you. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many.
No sé si es malo o bueno, pero le estoy creyendo.
That's why I'm here. Because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face. But truth hurts sometimes.
Como si tú fueras diferente, solo estás intentando hacer que me una a tu lado. ¿Qué le digo? Que las dos respuestas están buenas. Como si tú fueras diferente.
I know you are not one I can sway with simple words. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see.
Destrucción. Caos.
As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface, and our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all.
¿Qué hizo Flactidius a este pueblo? Oh, cierto.
Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here.
Oh, tiene razón. ¿Por qué me preguntes?
I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself? So go ahead. What do you see?
Ya te dije, caos y destrucción. Un gran ritual a escala, personas resultaron heridas. Una extraña ¿cuál de todas? ¿Un ritual?
Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn?
¿Qué conclusión llegamos? El Flactidius manipuló y mató a los aldeanos se mataron entre sí. No creo que se haya matado entre sí, ¿no?
Ah, how typical. The age-old tale of savage wolves and helpless lambs. Good and evil as clear as day. It's a tired story that people cling to in their mundane lives. Oh, how it keeps them in check. But let me ask you this. Do you truly believe the real world can be that simple? Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food, and when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves. One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter.
Su rebaño obedeció, inclinando su cabeza, suplicando por comida y refugio.
They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard.
El rebaño adoraba a su pastor, convirtiéndolo en Dios, alabándolo y teniéndolo en lo más alto de la cima.
What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable?
No.
Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master? The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night, except the one little black lamb.
¿Qué dice? Los corderos se deleitaban en interminables fiestas de hoguera, celebrando a su nuevo dios cada noche, excepto el pequeño cordero negro.
As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away.
Cada noche que pasaba, era el único que se daba cuenta de cómo su rebaño se estaba reduciendo.
Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you?
Si nadie da nada gratis, es verdad.
To receive equal retribution, one must give more and more and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. When they can make someone else bear the price. Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline.
Más tarde, el pastor culpó abiertamente al cordero negro por el declive del rebaño. Le echó la culpa.
On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual, but the black lamb was nowhere to be found.
Al día siguiente, los corderos blancos recibieron el sol naciente como de costumbre, pero el cordero negro no se encontraba por ningún lado.
The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth.
El pastor introdujo una nueva regla no escrita en este pueblo, una que nuestro cordero negro violó al decir la verdad.
Suddenly, the once doting God stopped fulfilling wishes because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the white lambs did?
Después de presenciar las acciones del cordero negro y de escuchar a su todopoderoso pastor, ¿qué crees que hicieron los corderos blancos? Irse o matar. O bien, irse de ahí, pintarse todos de negro o hacerle algo al pastor.
Ah, those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses.
Esos corderos desprevenidos, pocos sabían que el demonio más temible estaba justo bajo su nariz.
Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story?
El alcalde es malo, pero no sé quién es el alcalde.
Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes?
Todo lo que poseían. ¿Qué precio pagaron los corderos por deseos? Sus vidas.
Of course, as always, life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. What happened to the black lamb?
No estoy preparado para esa pregunta, no estoy. ¿Qué le sucedió al cordero negro?
Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
El cordero negro. ¿Qué puede ser? No tengo ni idea. ¿Fue asesinado por su rebaño y el pastor? No, eso no. ¿Fue ejecutado porque su rebaño fue engañado? ¿Sobrevivió junto con todos los demás corderos? Eso no. El cordero negro, ¿qué le pasó? ¿Será que fue asesinado? Fue ejecutado porque su rebaño fue engañado. No sé, voy a poner la primera. A mí se me hace que sobrevivió. Sobrevivió junto con todos, pero dice sobrevivió junto con todos los demás corderos. Mira.
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock found out the truth, but chose to be his accomplices, and they willingly offered the black lamb as another sacrifice.
Como el pastor concedía deseos sacrificando la vida de los corderos. El rebaño descubrió la verdad, pero eligió ser su cómplice y ofreció voluntariamente al cordero negro como otro.
That's right! Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment.
Entonces las cabritas se enojaron.
From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. Black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already have it figured out? The black lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the white lambs who succumbed to their greed. The innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy. They had it coming. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo. Fun answer, but no, not even close. I was never the shepherd, never will be. You and I, we are the black lamb, the one who breaks the rules.
Wow. Quien lucha demasiado tiempo contra dragones se convierte en dragón.
Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up like you say.
Oh no. Después de toda la historia vamos a matar.
Do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason? Or the sole apostle? Think about it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the black lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd. Then, eventually, there will be none left to be victims or oppressors!
Let me be your blade. Tempest!
Hopefully this helps. The end has come.
Rover!
¿Qué pasó? ¿Dónde está?
Such a pesky girl.
Shape the shapeless! Rover? Rover!
bueno, ella está con nosotros.
I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh! Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Yo con la carta.
Stay away from him!
Esa chica.
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again in the not too distant future.